would, let's stand. Ask the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'll ask Jason Stewart if he'll lead us in prayer, please.
You bow your heads, please. So, Heavenly Father, we come before you today, Lord. We thank you for this day. Lord, we thank you for our city. We thank you for all those that are gathered here today. We ask, God, that you keep your hand upon our council as we do business for the city. I ask you to lead, guide, and direct us in every move we make. We ask, God, that you keep your hands upon all of our safety, police, fire, soldiers abroad, God, and we ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I'll call the meeting to order by asking Mrs. Toddy for a roll call, please.
Cindy Wood. Here. Candida Robinson. Kara Roach.
Here.
Billy Poe.
Here.
Jason Stewart.
Here.
John Paul Thompson.
Here.
Ernie Link.
Here.
Brandon Schrader. Bonnie Winkles.
Here.
Brett Parker.
All right, we have a quorum. We've got a copy of the minutes from the January meeting in the packet. I'll give you just a minute to look over it, and I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Make a motion, we approve.
Cindy Wood made a motion to approve.
Second.
Ernie Link, second. Any discussions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed with no. All right, financial reports also in your packet. And you'll need to look over it.
Make a motion to approve.
Jay Stewart made a motion to approve.
A second.
Cindy Wood, second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed with no. Financial reports will stand approved. Department reports. Chief Thomas.
Probably heard this last meeting. When I got here, we've got 23 positions in the police department. Got here, I found out we had 6 tasers. 2 of them the school resource officers have, which are very old ones. That left us 4. Found out 1 didn't work, and that left us 3. There's 3 tasers for 23 spots. So I just wanted to come up here and say thank you, because the last meeting, everybody approved the funding for that. And as of last week, we got 23 brand new tasers. Taser 10,
Great.
which is the latest taser that there is. And we may be the first department in Northeast Arkansas that has them. Everybody's going to them. I think we're the first. I want to say thank you for that. And when we hire these new people, I know you may hear their names. Sometimes you may not even hear their names. You're sure we're hiring somebody. So I'm just trying to bring somebody every meeting to introduce you. This patrolman, Cheston Benson. He's non-certified. He's 30 years old. This is his first time in police work. If you ask him, he'll probably tell you they love him. He's been here 6 weeks. He's scheduled to go to the academy May 1st, May 4th. He's lived in Trumann on and off for 11 and a half years. His daddy was Paul, who was a preacher here in town for 10 years. Yes, sir. Anything you want to say?
I'm just excited to start my career here and looking forward to the future. And I appreciate the opportunity and looking to grow and excited for it. So, thank you.
And he's right in the middle of the DWI case. He needs to go finish. So. Thank you.
Thank you. I have a question. It's a weird one. It's weird, but I'm weird. When you're non-certified, before you go to, does he ride by himself or does he?
He rides with
with-
somebody.
Okay, I figured that was
He
the
rides
answer. I was
with
just curious.
They're not allowed to be by themselves at all.
Okay.
until they're police officers.
I figured that, but anyway, okay.
It used to be they had to be certified within a year. I think they backed it up now to 9 months.
Oh, okay.
The law departments would stretch that out.
Yeah.
Chief Kemper.
Fire department's business as usual. I'll be glad to answer any questions if the council has any. If not,
Travis, we appreciate y'all letting us use the camper this Friday for the Make-A-Wish roadblock.
Yeah, absolutely, we gotta have, we don't use it very often, so it's good to use it, and I got in, it was actually still pretty clean, so.
Yeah.
We hadn't replaced the little skylights, if you will, I think that's what they're called on top. A couple of those plastics were busted, so I'm glad that you said something, because that made us go check and make sure everything was good. So we replaced those, so yeah, it needs to be used, so.
We'll take good care of it.
Yeah, I know you will, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Pagan?
Snow's coming gone.
Amen.
Thank goodness.
I told somebody, I know there was a lot of issues on not getting all the streets in town cleared, never have done it, we don't have the equipment nor the manpower to take care of all that. I thought the guys did a pretty good job getting the state highways cleared, the main roads around through town, so that people, when they got out, they could have a place to go and to get out and give the state the opportunity. State does furnish us the brine to lay down before the stuff comes. We appreciate them for that, and the support that we get on that. We built under the direction of the mayor year before last, I guess, built a dispenser to put that out. State furnishes it, so we in turn do a little work on the streets, and I think the first time I saw the state actually come through on the highways this time was probably Sunday. So, we moved a lot of stuff by that time. Appreciate what they do, I'm not knocking it at all, but we do the best we can. But I started telling people, God put that down and he'd pick it up, and he finally has.
He sure
So, other than that, if you got any questions, I'll be glad to answer them.
I do.
Okay.
How long have you known the pump on Cedar Street is not working?
Don't know what you mean by not working. We've got 60 some odd pumps, they're mechanical, they all have issues.
It's the pump right behind the church
Right?
and right beside the administrative, I guess the.
I know which one you're talking about.
Know exactly. How long have you known it's been down?
It's not down. It went down, we had issues with it, but it's not been out of service for any length of time, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, are you aware that the school is having to pay a company to come to their school and keep that line cleared out? $500 to $600 a day to keep the school up and running. Are you aware of that?
I'm aware that there are issues at times, I don't know that every time that they call them out that it's on us. I'll tell them, like I would tell anybody else that has a sewer problem on a consistent basis, if they've got a problem, call us first. Let us check the manholes, let us check the pump station, see if we have an issue. If we don't, then you can call a plumber.
Well, they've been having this issue for 2 years. Oh, over 2 years.
Okay?
And I know firsthand. And we've got a residential pump there, which we should not have a residential pump. Should be a commercial grade pump. We got over 450 individuals at that middle school every day. And when the high school comes over to practice, you're adding 50 to 75 more. So you're looking at over 1,000 flushes a day at that middle school on a residential pump.
And
What?
what makes you say it's a residential pump?
That's what I was told. It's a residential pump.
Who told
know,
you that?
I'll tell you right up front, I'm new in the sewer business, but I don't know that there's a difference between a residential pump and a commercial pump. Pumps, sewer pumps are sized by engineers for the load that it's gonna handle. That pump has been there for years, was put there, the school was there when it was put there. So I don't come up where we're going residential.
What do we gotta do to get it fixed, is my question. The school can't continue to pay $500 a day to keep their school open. And that's what they're having to pay.
Who's the school contact? Have they contacted the city?
The city, yes, they have. We had a tournament there Saturday, and they had to call the city and the plumber. It cost them almost $1,200 Saturday just to have somebody clean the lines out, because the pump was down. And keep it, because they can't flush the bathrooms, can't do anything with it.
I'll say, the pump works, when it goes down, then we have to go find out what's wrong with it and fix it.
So,
It's mechanical,
My question though is, if we've been having this issue for 2 years, we need a new pump.
Okay?
We shouldn't have to go back and fix a pump that's down all the time. If there's an issue with the pump needs fixed. There's a water valve, you know where you just replaced the fire hydrant on Pine Street by the Methodist Church? There's a water valve right in the middle of the street that's leaking. It's been leaking forever. Has that been fixed?
Nope.
Why has that not been fixed?
Well, it's not as simple a fix as what you think. We'll have to cut the street and replace the valve. So it comes a point in time to when that becomes a real issue.
Well, it's flooding the schools, it's flooding the residents, and I've got calls from both that would like it fixed.
Okay. What residence is it flooding? All the water's going to the school side.
Mm-hmm. All them right along the side, it flows.
Have you looked at it?
I've been by there today.
Have you looked at the leak?
I
It's
can't,
coming out of that valve box.
I can't see the leak, no, cause I ain't got out of my truck in the middle of the street. But you can see the stream of water going from the valve box to the school.
My question is, how bad do you think the leak is? I agree that it's leaking, and I agree it's gonna have to be taken care of.
I don't have a clue how bad it is.
Okay.
But is it on the agenda
But
to get
we have
fixed?
to prioritize what we do.
Is it on the agenda to get fixed?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So what do we gotta do to get the pump working?
I will talk to the guys who take care of the pumps tomorrow, find out what issues is going on with it. Don't know that it's the same problem every time that they go out there. So a lot of parts going into that pump, could be floats, could be the timer, could be the motor starter, sometimes it's electrical issues from the power company. If it's the same thing over and over again, then parts should have already been replaced to fix it. Right?
I agree.
But,
I mean,
but I can't tell you without going out there and spending $250,000 to put a new pump, whole new setup in there, that it's not gonna go down again. Pumps all across town are mechanical. They're old. A lot of them need to be replaced.
I
But again,
understand.
we have to prioritize what we've got, when we can fix them or whatever.
Well,
And I wanna say, now, all this about the school and them having problems for 2 years, and I won't say that they don't have some problems, but they've called me twice in that 2-year time. Called me Saturday with the tournament and stuff. And I think if you check that we had somebody there
They
as
did.
quick as possible to get it lined out to go.
Somebody was there from the city, quick. I
Okay,
will say that.
Okay.
They did come.
so.
But it was the pump issue and it still cost them $1,200.
Well, it didn't, again, if they call me first, or call the city first, we've got an on-call guy all the time. He would check the pump and see if it was a problem before they called the plumber down to spend their $1,200.
Well, they didn't,
The plumber shouldn't be the first call.
it wasn't, but they really didn't have an option with the tournament there and they can't flush the toilets in that facility.
I don't know why you think they didn't have an option. They did have an option to call the city first and let us find out if it's our problem. If it's not our problem, then they'll have to get a plumber.
I just think that pump, knowing it has to do with school children, I'd say that's a pretty high priority pump. And I think we need to do, the school's fixing to spend a couple $1 million to redo their whole system. And they're gonna have to have a pump that's working in order to make it feasible. And they have literally, and you know as well as I do, they have been fighting this for over 2 years. And all I can say is, if you owned a business, and the school is a business, if you owned a business and you were having to pay somebody to come out there, stay all day long to keep it pumped, you'd be mad too.
Plumber's not getting it pumped, that's us. So when that pump's running and clearing.
He's having to clean the lines because they keep backing up because the pump goes down.
And when the pump goes down there, have them clear a line.
Where's he clearing it to? It's gotta go through the pump.
I have no clue. It's backing up in the school. I mean, I'm sure you can go to the school and they can tell you, and call Adams and Cooper. Adams and Cooper's who's down here all the time doing it.
Well, I'll check into the pump and see if there's what we need to be doing different there. I'll agree with you, it needs to work. I'm not disputing that fact at all. But I will say that for my 3 years here, there's not as big an issue with it going down that often that I'm aware of. So somebody's either not telling me. The first I heard of it was when the superintendent was telling me that they were gonna redo a lot of stuff over there and we're gonna have to upgrade their whole system to get it to us. And was wanting some information. I've worked with their engineers that's doing their study over there about what they're needing to do, what their plans are about taking it through the school and all that. I've worked with the engineer on it, but until she brought that to my attention 6 months, a year ago, whatever, I wasn't aware that there was a huge issue over there. So, anyway, but I will check on the pump.
Thank you.
And honestly, if that means that it needs to be replaced, then I'll talk to the mayor and see what we need to do about reworking the budget.
Okay.
Anything else? I'm sorry, didn't mean to take up so much time. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Fagan. Ms. Kelly?
Park and Rec is doing good. Basketball just ended last week. We're gearing up for softball. I have a tournament scheduled on the 28th this month. We've got 20 teams scheduled to be in it so far, so that's good for Trumann. We haven't had a good tournament like this in a long time. I've got junior high boys coming here to play now for Trumann. Brinkley, Pocahontas, Walnut Ridge. They'll be using the Trumann Field 4 to play their junior high ball games at. So that's good for us also. We're getting ready for baseball and softball, making a couple upgrades to the field, so I'm sure you'll see those when you come out. Other than that, you guys got any questions for me?
Thank you, Ms. Kelly. Mr. Campbell is out of town. I will say this, which I was gonna put, I've got it in my mayor's report. We were approved for the Great Strides grant, for the walking trail at Betty Street Park. So when we get all of that paperwork and go through all of the steps, then we'll get going with that. And we have applied for a couple of more grants as well. Committee reports. Ward reports. We have no unfinished business.
I'd like to make a motion.
Yes, sir.
To amend the agenda and move the award presentation to the first line of business under new business.
I have a motion to move the award presentation from the bottom of the agenda to the top.
A second.
Cindy Wood, second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed with no. All right, with that, we'll step into the presentation of an award for Representative Johnny Rye. And we'll have Jack Pritchard will tell you what the award is about.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank each of you all. So this is an award from the Arkansas Municipal, and I recognize a lot of faces here from our convention. I see a lot of you down there, the mayors down there all the time. And for those of you who don't know who the municipal league is, it's an organization that represents cities. This is one of my bosses. We work for y'all, look out for your best interest. And so what this award is, Representative Johnny Rye, I've known him a long time, I hope a lot of y'all have too, but, you know, he's one of us, he's one of y'all, and he understands, we have 500 cities and towns in Arkansas, and he understands what it's like, the challenges that cities face, towns, and so he's aware of when a bill is filed, if it's gonna hurt or help a city, and he really, he speaks up, you know, says this, you know, if he's not sure, he calls his mayor, or the mayor will call him and let him know, and He goes to bat for you, and he does a great job. And so, because of that, on behalf of the Arkansas Municipal League, I'd like to ask the mayor to present Representative Johnny Rye with the Distinguished Legislative Award from the Arkansas Municipal League, and we thank you very much, Representative Rye.
And I'd like to just say one little thing. Y'all are so good. Y'all are so good to call, and you need to jump, you know. John mentioned something a while ago, and there's something else that we need to do, and there's some new blades that need to go on those rotor graders that the city's been paying for. We need to get that fixed, but they haven't been in there, have they, Jack? In about 2 weeks. But, God, it's just an honor to work for you guys. It's just an honor, and I love doing it. I love people, and I love you guys. And I want it to be right for y'all. So if there's ever a time that you know that we need to be doing something, all you gotta do is pick up the phone and call. And I thank you.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you all.
Next up is the resolution number 1325. It's first up in the new business. Each year, we must reconcile the budget, and this is the resolution to do that. Mrs. Cotty, would you read the resolution, please?
A resolution amending the budget for the city of Trumann, Arkansas for the year beginning January 1st, 2025 and ending December 31st, 2025, appropriating money for each item on expenditure therein provided for and for other purposes. Section 1, Revenues and Expenditures of Municipal Budget Resolution number 1296, 2025, to hereby amend the City of Trumann 2025 budget, incorporated herein as if set out word for word and figure for figure, reflecting salaries of all city employees and reflecting revenues and expenditures as set forth on succeeding pages. City of Trumann 2025 budget. Act 833, Revenues, $72,653.11. Appropriations, $97,598.68. General Fund, revenues, $5,159,247.63. Appropriations, $5,099,785.34. General Fund 2, $384.10 for revenues. Appropriations, $907,418.50. TBD equitable sharing, revenues $2,650.42. Appropriations, 0. Capital equipment, revenues $79,800.92. Appropriations, $70,123.24. Disaster fund, revenues $36.12, appropriations 0. TIDC, $62,489.86 for revenues and appropriations $5,137.86. Special enforcement revenues $826.96, appropriations $5,760. TWW revenue bond, revenues $59,691.66, appropriations $59,410. Public Works, revenues $2,728,353.32, appropriations $2,706,485.29. TWW infrastructure, revenues $329,212.44, appropriations $1,162,124.04. Total revenues $9,224,711.43, appropriations $10,963,806.83. Section 2, all resolutions and parts of resolutions in conflict herewith are hereby repealed to the extent of such conflict.
Ms. Carolyn, you skipped the street fund.
I'm sorry, what?
You skipped the street fund.
Oh, street fund, Revenues, $729,364.89. Appropriations, $849,963.88.
All right, do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Jason Stewart made a motion,
Second.
Ernie Link second. Any discussions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed with no. Resolution. All right, next up is ordinance number 752. In November of 2024, we passed an ordinance number 740. This ordinance set the parameters for the sale of alcohol in the city and allowed for on-premises sales. The ABC would not approve two businesses' requests for the permit to sell mixed drinks due to the ordinance missing a few words. 752 has been approved by ABC to amend ordinance 740 and would allow for these permits to be approved. There is an emergency clause in here so that these businesses wouldn't have to wait another 3 or 4 months to get their permits. Mrs. Toddy, would you read the ordinance, please?
Ordinance number 752, 2026. An ordinance amending ordinance number 740, 2024, section 5, line 1, providing for an emergency and for other purposes. Whereas the City Council of the City of Trumann, Arkansas previously adopted ordinance number 740, 2024, regulating the sale of alcoholic beverages within the city, and whereas the City Council finds it necessary to amend section 5, line 1 of ordinance number 740, 2024, to clarify and restate the language governing businesses desiring to sell beer, wine, and spirits by the drink for on-premises consumption, and whereas such clarification is necessary to ensure consistent application, enforcement, and understanding of the ordinance. Now, therefore, be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Trumann, Arkansas, Section 1, Ordinance Number 740, 2024, Section 5, Line 1, is hereby amended to read, the sale of beer, wine, and spirits by the drink for on-premises consumption in the City of Trumann, Arkansas is allowed, and any business desiring to sell or offer to sell beer, wine, and spirits by the drink for on-premises consumption must. Section 2, all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith are hereby repealed to the extent of such conflict. Section 3, emergency clause. It is hereby found and determined by the City Council of the City of Trumann, Arkansas, that an emergency exists and that this amendment is necessary for the immediate preservation of public peace, health, safety, and welfare, and to ensure proper regulation and enforcement of alcoholic beverage sales within the city. Therefore, this ordinance shall be in full force and effect immediately upon its passage and approval.
All right, do I hear a motion to approve?
Can I make a motion to amend and add something to that ordinance?
So I think it depends. If it were purely technical in nature, like it was a typo or it was something very minor, I think yes. I think if you start making a really substantive amendment that changes the meaning of the ordinance without the public's opportunity to review it, without the council's opportunity to review it and having to consider that on the fly, I think that amendment would not be appropriate.
So
And you would just need to argue that we shouldn't pass it tonight.
So we can't strike out one line in the old ordinance, because that's all we're talking about.
There are a number of ways you could change this ordinance.
I can tell you where it's at.
The issue is, this is the one that's proposed tonight. So, and if you don't agree with it, I mean, you certainly can argue against it and why we shouldn't pass it and why we should do it a different way. But if your amendment is more than something that's just purely technical, I think that would have to be brought at the next meeting. That's just my,
So you're telling me we can't?
not if it's
No.
substantive, if it's technical, yes.
What do you want to change up on?
I wanna pull the 50% out in section 6. Any business in this town ought to be able to sell what they wanna sell.
We should not have a 50%. We should follow ABC guidelines. And that's what I'm wanting to strike out. It's in section 6.
Okay. This would be my thought on that, because section 6 is not addressed in this ordinance. If you wanna bring an ordinance, proposed ordinance next meeting that strikes out section 6, then I would bring that ordinance.
So we can do that, and that would leave everything in place.
If you pass this tonight,
We pass this tonight,
everything stays the same.
and then we write a new ordinance where we strike out section 6 and 7742-024.
You absolutely can do that
That's what we want to do.
next meeting.
Next meeting.
Will I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Jason Stewart made a motion, here second.
A second.
Carol Rhodes second, any discussion? Roll call vote, please, Ms. Toddy.
Cindy Wood,
4.
Candida Robinson is absent, Carol Roach,
4.
Billy Poe,
Four.
Jason Stewart,
Four.
John Paul Thompson,
4.
Ernie Link,
Four.
Brandon Schrader, absent, Bonnie Winkles, Brett Parker is absent.
The ordinance is approved. Last thing on the agenda is you have a copy of the Sports Recreation and Events Committee that's proposed. Need a motion to approve this committee.
Are these the people on here, or is this just, you're putting their names in, there's expiration dates?
These are the people that are, that I have recommended and from,
For a new committee?
well, the ones that were already on there, that wanted to stay on there, that could stay on there, and then the others are recommended by Macy, and they were put on that list.
So I have a question. How long are the terms?
The terms are 3-year terms. The original ordinance said that when it's first put together, you have 3 1-year terms, 3 2-year terms, and 2 3-year terms. And then as they come back up for their terms, then they go to a 3-year term.
So we've got a new ordinance with this, correct?
What do you mean a new ordinance with this?
I know you said the old ordinance.
The ordinance that the new ordinance reflects to. I thought I had it listed in here, but I don't.
Cause see, in
The
the reason
ordinance that we passed.
yeah,
That reestablished the Park and Recreation Committee, which was changed to the
the
Sports
one we
Recreation
just
and
passed
Events
in
Committee.
January, correct?
The ordinance that we passed, that the council passed, that renamed the the Park and Rec to Sports Recreation and Events, is the one that reflects the old ordinance that says that that's what their terms are. And that's what we went back to, because that was not repealed or taken out.
So everybody don't get a 3-year term then?
Not until they are reapproved.
I guess I'm confused. So like some of these on here, they got a 3-year term and that's their first year on this committee. Is that correct?
That's because they started out now, because the original, they don't come on with an automatic 1, 2, or 3. Once the original, committee is set,
Uh-huh.
those are the ones that come in with 1, 2, and 3. And then when the new people come in, if we get new people in, they replace ones that were on here and assume their time. And they stay with whatever term that is, or now it goes with new ones, they go with a 3-year term. So I need a motion to approve.
I make a motion.
Cindy Wood made a motion.
I'll second.
Billy Poe second. Discussions. All in favor say aye. Opposed with no. All right, that is the SRE committee. With that, I've got the mayor's report. And first, I want to address the elephant in the room. Yes, we bought an ad in the Business View magazine. Yes, I do believe it was a good decision. No, we did not buy an award. Business View magazine contacted me about the recognition, and I at first thought it was a scam. I contacted Business View magazine, researched it, and I found out that it is a legitimate magazine, it is legitimate recognition. I spoke with the editor, set up interviews with myself and Bob Sile and Zach Qualls, because they wanted to interview 3 people that were involved in the city and involved in helping move the city forward and grow. So after we set up the interview with them, that's when they told me that an ad from someone was required for the article to run. I talked with Bob Sile and the Chamber of Commerce about an ad. He discussed it with the Chamber, and they chose not to buy an ad. Yes, this magazine is published in Florida, but it goes out nationwide to business executives, the same business executives that may want to expand their business. Sports Illustrated, Forbes, Time Magazine, Better Homes and Gardens are all magazines that are published outside of the state of Arkansas, but they go out across the state and along across the nation, just like this magazine does. I believe this to be a good investment, and I still believe it to be a good investment. We advertise our city to potential investors, and again, I believe this to be a good economic investment. We were awarded the Great Strides grant that we applied for to put in a walking trail at Betty Street Park. The grant process on most grants take a little time to get construction going, but we will soon begin the pre-construction activities, and once those are taken care of, that's when we'll start the construction of the trail, or the walking trail at Betty Street Park. Sign-ups for softball have begun, just as Macy said. Softball and baseball, parents can sign up their kids at the mayor's office or during scheduled sign-up. Do you have any more scheduled sign-ups?
No, we'll be out there in the afternoons.
Okay.
I'll post an RMA.
Okay. And then finally, the Resurrection Rally 3 has been booked and scheduled for March the 28th. That will have the Rhett Walker Band and Olivia Lane, along with a few of our local kids from schools, our churches, local churches, that will actually sing at the beginning of the concert before Rhett and Olivia start. And that's all I have. Do we have any open public comments?
We do. Did you?
Yes, sir.
Before we move on to public comment and close the meeting, it just dawned on me, when we passed the ordinance earlier on 752-2026, did we suspend the rules and read that by title only for the second and third reading?
There's an emergency clause enacted in it.
Yeah, but you still have to suspend the rules and read it by title only for the second and third reading.
Okay.
Even if it has an emergency clause. And
Okay.
that just dawned on me that I don't think we did that. So,
We did.
as long as it passes by 2/3 vote, the emergency clause passes with the ordinance. But
Okay.
I don't think we did that, so might want to entertain a motion on that.
So before we go to the public comments, I would entertain a motion to suspend the rules and move on to the second and third reading by title only.
So moved.
Jason Stewart made a motion.
Second.
Carol Rhodes, second. Any discussion? Ms. Toddy, would you read ordinance 752 by name and title only, please?
Ordinance number 752, 2026, an ordinance amending ordinance number 740, 2024, section 5, line 1, providing for an emergency and for other purposes. Read it again.
Yes, please.
Ordinance number 752, 2026, and ordinance amending ordinance number 740, 2024, section 5, line 1, providing for an emergency and for other purposes.
Do I hear a motion to approve? Make a motion. John Paul Thompson made a motion. Jason Stewart second. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Cindy Wood.
Four.
Candida Robinson absent. Carol Roach.
Four.
Billy Poe.
Four.
Jason Stewart.
Four.
John Paul Thompson.
Four.
Ernie Link.
Four.
Brenda Schrader's absent. Bonnie Winkles.
Four.
Brett Parker's absent.
That took care of that. Good case. You guys are welcome. All right, who do we have first on the,
Connie Harper.
I'm sorry?
Connie Harper.
Okay. Ms. Harper, come up here and introduce yourself, please.
Hello, good to see everyone again. Last month I failed to sign the sheet so I could speak, so I came back this month. I'll keep this brief. I'm here just to introduce myself. My name is Connie Parker. I'm running for county treasurer. I'm from Harrisburg. I've been working for the county for 11 years, and I just wanted you to put a face with the name that you see around your town. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Hodges,
Representative Johnny Rye.
he's gone.
Melinda Davison.
Ms. Davis,
We were, at the end of last year, we had to settle my dad, mom and dad's house on Betty Street. He told me that we could come back if we needed more time, so we're here.
okay. Mr. Henry, have you been by the house?
I have.
And can you tell us anything about it?
It's the same as it did.
And I've not had it tore down, it has to be torn down.
It's in the same condition, everything's still there.
Nothing, I mean, there's nothing been done to it?
Well, I've got to have it torn down.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to file tax, there's nothing to be done except have it tore down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not that we're not doing anything, I just don't have the money, and I was waiting for my taxes to come in. So I was, you had told me that it would be a problem to come back, so we're here, and I'm asking for an extension if I possibly get it.
This is what address?
It's 149 Betty.
149 Betty. I remember her being here. I do remember her expressing some concerns of not being able to get down just yet. And we did tell her that she could come back and ask for an extension. So
And we
that's,
also make sure that the ground's dry, because I need to dig up some bushes that belong to my great-grandma, if we can extend it out that long.
okay, there's no telling when the ground's gonna be dry. It's that time of
I'm not
year.
worried about being dry, just warm.
So,
Warm enough, you know, to not kill my
90
great-grandma's
days.
bush.
John Paul recommends 90 days. Do I hear a second on that?
A second.
Okay, Cindy agrees. I don't necessarily know that we have to motion a second, but we got it. John Paul motion 90 days, Cindy second. All in favor say aye. Oh, wait a minute, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? You have 90 days.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Margie Moon.
No, that's my home.
Oh, okay.
That's just in case you wanted to say something.
I'm sorry, I skipped Wayne Smith.
Wayne Smith, 601 Honeysuckle, Ward 2. I'm here to discuss condemned housing or the lack of. We all know that Mayor Woods has been in office now over 3 years. He's had plenty of time to reallocate resources to focus more on condemned housing, which will help our policemen safety and our firemen's safety, okay? And also, economic development. There has been a new industry still related in Marktree announced, and a new industry still related in Jonesboro announced. And folks, I worked in manufacturing 42 years. I know how this game is played. They will travel around these towns, they will check them out, and if they happen to drive down to the old Bank of Trumann downtown, they're gonna say, whoa, we're not gonna locate in Trumann. With that in mind, dilapidated, abandoned, and derelict houses are more than just eyesores. They are ticking time bombs that erode the health, safety, and economic stability of a community. When residential or commercial structures fall into a state of severe disrepair, they cease to be just private property and instead become public hazards. Consequently, it is necessary for municipalities to actively enforce building codes, such as Trumann municipal codes and ordinances, to address these dangerous structures. Enforcing these codes is critical to protecting the public, preserving property values, and facilitating urban revitalization. Now, the primary purpose of building codes is to protect public health, safety, and welfare. A house is beyond repair often poses immediate dangers to the surrounding community. Such structures frequently become havens for criminal activity, including vandalism, squatting, and drug use, increasing the likelihood of crime in the immediate area. And Mayor, it would help for the safety of our policemen, it would help for the safety of our firemen. The presence of neglected or condemned houses causes substantial economic damage. Neglected properties drag down the market value of all surrounding properties. This decrease in home values directly reduces the tax base, resulting in lower property tax revenue for Trumann, funds that are essential for supporting schools, police, fire, and infrastructure. Strict enforcement of property maintenance codes serves as a tool to prevent demolition by neglect, a process where owners fail to maintain properties, forcing the city to demolish
Mr.
them.
Smith, your time is up, sir. Thank you.
I'll be here next week or next month to continue.
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I need to address, is there something I should have signed?
Yes, sir.
Or this thing? Okay,
Yes, sir. There's a sign-in sheet out front when you come up.
I didn't see it, okay. Whatever we need to do.
Yes.
I forgot this in my report, the, Sports and Rec Committee, and I have been talking to Ms. Brandy Williams about getting the signups pushed through the app, and y'all are all active in the school. Will you please let them know that the sign-up forms need to go to the mayor's office? She will allow us to keep printing off forms and pushing through the app as long as we can kind of not get the forms sent to the school, just to us. So if you see any like parents, teachers out in public, please let them, I can only do so much with the Facebook page, but word of mouth will spread faster, so please just let them know they need to come to me with the mayor's office.
Macy, do we still have the problem, they gotta live in Trumann or go to Trumann schools?
So that was a, board issue with the NEA Board of League that I'm on. The new president that they established to that has forced that. At this point, I told them to, if they got grandma, aunt, uncle, to put it on there, they're okay with that. So, as long as they go to Truman schools or they're affiliated with somebody here, or they see grandma or grandpa, they can live here. I'm not gonna turn any kids away, I'll tell you that.
Good deal.
Motion to adjourn.
Les Stewart made a motion to adjourn. Your second. Carol wrote second. All in favor, say aye. Opposed, stay here.
Hey, can I give Brandon stuff to his wife? We need to give to him.